morning's been much more productive. I've been looking at my spots. Basically I've had nothing at all coming in on this side of the bank. Just not seen any shows or anything like that. So I've had a couple of baited areas, one over there on that pine tree and one just over there under that snags tree. I'm trying to highlight them up when I do the editing. I'll keep an eye on them this morning and put one rig out onto that snags there, and paid off. You know, it was just started fizzing up, and before you know it, it was off. Fortunately for me, it was a £50 1 ounce, and yeah, more than happy with that.
I bought some good poultry. In the bar.
So Dave's on his way back in. He's just managed to nick a fish off the back of the island, and I'm blown away by the way he's caught it. I mean, he's got poles off the island. I'm going to get him to explain it when he comes back in of how he's done it, but basically he's fishing the rear of that island you can see there. Yeah, literally fishing behind it. But anyway, he's got a capture. He's coming back with it now. He looks very happy with himself at the moment. And I'm not surprised, because that's a fantastic capture. But yeah, I'll get him to explain it a little bit more, and we'll have a look at the fish at the same time. Straightforward, or did it play you up?
No, it fought extremely well. To make matters more difficult, I was trying to go from bits of tree and two different sticks I was using to grade the line.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to explain that in a minute. I'll get you to get this fish sorted out, and we'll weigh him up.
It was hell bent on going towards that snag that that fish went at the other day, interestingly.
And the pole's holding back, and it stopped it. Yeah, that's just...
It went around a little island. Just keep an eye out for me a minute.
Yeah, no problem at all. Dave's just here in the Sing. I'm going to move round, not trip over his rods, because that's not the best idea. But we have a fish. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there's a fish in there.
Long one again.
Nice long common.
I think he's going to go 40 and maybe a bit more.
Oh.
He's been very accommodating. How much he did fight now, so he's probably knackered. Right, this is testing well.
All yours, mate. I'll move out your way, and let's see what the scores on the doors are. I see Dave's already wet the mat. He's zeroed the scales, and I'm sure he's just about to remove the landing net. It looks quite a chunk, to be fair to you. You have to take the net off, Dave, landing net off it. Now he's got it safely on the mat.
You might have pushed 50, but not to be.
I'll just remove that for you, mate.
A lot of them have got this mark in the middle of the body, haven't
They have, yeah, I've noticed that. After you've caught, yeah.
Thing.
But look at this. Absolutely, look at that. What a beauty. Right, Dave, bang you on the scales and let's see what the scores are. As you say, it's already zeroed. Oh, put it straight into Dave's face. I'm sure we don't want that. Well, that is Rainbow's fish. I mean,
Rainbow's finest comments. So standard fish like this.
how many is this you've had now, Dave?
This is number 15.
15 fish, and will you be
This
there
is
a
the
week?
third biggest.
I mean, fantastic. I'm going to get Dave to explain in a minute a little bit about his setup, and we'll probably do more of it on future videos. But at the moment, we'll put this one back, and I'll get Dave to talk about it. And in a future video, we'll maybe talk about it a bit more in detail. Because how we've caught that fish is just absolutely fantastic, mate. Well, within absolute minutes of that other rod going, and Dave's got it in. Here he goes again. I mean, he's off. Absolute screamer took off. Not exactly, Dave. Whereabouts did you position this one?
The other side of this big island here, or the smaller of the three islands,
Yeah.
and it's about 50 yards the other side of it.
Have you got
So
this
there were several
on?
bars, so I've got a hook on the islands for the lines going through the hook on the island,
Yeah.
which is why it looks like I'm putting going straight to the island. I am. Let's get my hat.
Yeah.
Oh, just have you as well.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm just gonna grab it. I've got it, mate. All yours. I mean, literally, he's not had time there to put the rod back out into the water, and yeah, just say the other one's gone, and he's off again on his travels. So hopefully he comes back with his net full. We shall see.
Where the line here is worried about this time.
Which is quite funny, because just as we was dealing with that fish there as well, this right hand rod was taking liners and started beeping, and now this the centre left hand rod has took off, and he's, we'll say, away with another fish. But I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but he's got a stick there on the island, so it's controlling the fish the other side. So as long as he keeps the line tight, it's positioning where the fish is. So it can't get into snags. He's controlling the fish via the pole. I mean, I say, this is a whole new world of fishing to me, and it's incredible, you know, and it's quite a privilege to be here with him to learn it. But what it does mean is he's got to spend more money on gear. So I hope the missus isn't watching this video, because she's going to be saying, how much money have you spent this time? Anyway, I'll end the video here for a minute, and I'll let Dave control the fish, and I'll bring it back once he's back in again. Well, I'm now heading away on my bivvy. The storms come in, we've had thunder and lightning, as you can probably just see on the previous video that I've done that. And it's just changed the mood of the lake. It's almost like an airy sort of weird sensation now. It's moody, really moody. But anyway, I won't go too much into that. I'm quite happy where I'm fishing still. My spots are great. I'm just, yeah, I'm quite comfortable still. So anyway, I'm going to just have a little quick chat. The rigs I'm using are the Gemini booms, which is a fluorocarbon in £40. That's a size 2 brute, which is the Nash hooks. I mean, they're just solid, and the points on them, wow, they're just mega, absolutely mega strong. You could tow your car with this stuff. I mean, it's just solid. So basically, yeah, just a normal Ronnie rig, nothing too complicated. Nice little kicker on the shrink tubing, and all I do with that is a bit of bait floss, just a normal bit of bait floss onto my loop, and using the Atlantic Heat wafters. They're 25 millers, and it seems to have kept the bream away. I've had a big problem with bream since fishing here. Well, we've got a storm in at the moment. It's like thunder and lightning. It's area. We had Max come round a little while ago, which is one of the lake owners. He just drove round. He brings us fresh croissants every morning. It's looked really nice. But yeah, he came round and he said, "Look, guys," he said, "if you're going out on the boats, just be careful." He said, "There's quite a big storm approaching, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully, I might get a bite. We'll see. But I'm not doing anything really different from last time we spoke. I mean, I've got one rod on the corner of the point over there, which I will try and detail on the maps. One on the point over there, and there's like this deep channel that I'm on about. It sort of goes from the point on the right hand side, comes out about 20-30 foot to the left. There's a big shelf there. I'm still on that shelf. So as it drops down, I've got one literally I donked around with the lead, just felt for it. And as soon as that lead went over the edge, I brought it back and then dropped it back onto the edge. Anyway, so I've got the baited area there. So that's the middle rod. One is on the right hand side of the point, and one is on the left hand side of the point. I'm still seeing no fish at all within the bay area. The best thing I can do is try and cover my entrances coming into this bay, so if they do come in, chances are they're going to see the hook baits and the freebies, and I might get a bite. If you're wondering why I haven't covered this side, coming around to my right, Dave, who I'm fishing with, he's got the sort of mouth coming into the channel this way, covered with his baits, so I think he's sort of covered that side. Hopefully you can hear that. It's still quite savage. Can't say I'm looking forward to the frogs going out in that after a fish. It's going to be hilarious. It's definitely not the safest place to be if I have to go out. So hopefully it soon calms down and maybe the fish switch on. You never know. But I'll leave the camera playing for a little bit, and you never know, I might see some stripes. So. Right, let's see what we can find. We're looking for a nice new spot down this margin somewhere. I mean, it's 12 foot here, but it should drop off into a channel. Now here we go, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19. It definitely drops in deep there. Yeah, great new carp. Really looking for some fish. Nice, it's dropping off quite nicely here. Lovely fat bottom. Does drop off very quickly. Nothing on a fish finder though. Yesterday when I was down here, I was picking up a lot of small fish. Try not to crash into the island. I seem to be getting a bit close to their swim, so I don't really want to take the point. I mean, there looks a nice big hole. Tempted to take that on. Just have a little. I'm just going to pull that back and have a little feel around, a little donk around with the lead at that hole and just see what that's about. It's quite an interesting little feature. Oh, absolutely go the right way. Right, if I put it forward and then we'll go back to it. There it is, there, look. So if I kill power there, we should be somewhere around that hole. There, 7-7. Let's just have a little donk around and see what we've got here. I mean, that is solid. Proper solid. Do you know, I'm going to have a little go at that. have some looser stuff about. Right, let's sneak out of here. My last day now, and so I've got the rigs out pretty much same spots. I've moved one into slightly deeper water. I'm still seeing no fish showing or not really any signs of fish, so I'm sort of grasping at straws really of where to put my baits. It's gone quiet for Dave on the other side as well, where he was catching very well. So it seems to me the fish are pushed back further into the lake. But yeah, it's been emotional. It's been I don't know how to put this lake. It's just incredible. What a venue. It's got it all. There's just features everywhere. You know, you've got depths ranging over there from 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, 12 foot, 18 foot. Right over to the back corner there, I'm fishing in 22 foot of water if you want to. But yeah, I've sort of stayed with what I originally thought was the right places to go. I mean, it's produced one fish and, you know, a personal PB of 50 pound and 1 ounce. So, you know, but you've got to be happy with that. You know, that was my target when I first thought about coming out. You know, what would I like to catch? You know, everyone dreams of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I mean, fantastic if you get one. But, you know, that would be a huge leap for me. And I'm not really sure I'm ready for that leap. So, you know, little stages at a time. And, you know, I'm just grateful for what I caught. But I've got to be said, I'm coming back. I'm so coming back to this venue. It's just mind-blowing. Yeah, I will definitely 100% be coming back to this venue. Will I fish it differently? It's a very good question I've been asking myself. You know, the last day you sort of think back and you think, well, what could I have done different? I'm not sure I would have fished it differently. You know, you fish for the fish that's in front of you, and, you know, if they're just not there, well, you can't really do a lot. So, yeah, it's just been incredible. I can't say anything else, but, you know, as an angler, you've got to appreciate being invited to a place like this. You know, Dave I'm with, you know, I'm so grateful to him. You know, he got me on this venue. It's not easy to get on. The waiting list is absolutely enormous. But I'm here, you know, and I've managed to fish it. I've got myself a PB, and yeah, so this is the first time recording for me as well. So I've been a bit nervous, been on the back foot, and it's difficult, you know. It was like when I caught my fish, I was trying to grab the camera for the GoPro and trying to grab it all, and yeah, and I thought, no, just leave the camera, get the fish. You know, I'm here to catch fish. If I get them on video, you know, that will be my target going forward, because I'm going to do some more videos if I don't bore you to death and you'll wait me. But yeah, it's been a big learning process, and you know, I've been fishing some other venues, and I'm fortunate to fish with some very, very good anglers, you know, and they've brought my fishing level up so high so rapidly, you know, and I can't thank them enough. You know, I just, you know, I'm really grateful for what I've been offered with these opportunities, and this is one of the reasons I'm going to start recording it, because you know, I do get to fish these venues, and I'm fishing with people that are correcting me, because you know, I do make mistakes. I'm no class angler by any means, but you know, I'm learning fast. I'm chucked in at the deep end, and you know, I've got people behind me that are correcting me, and I'm proper grateful. You know, it's just incredible. What's the progression rate has been insane. You know, I remember only going back a few years ago, and I'm learning how to tie knots, you know, when we make les at Hawcott, and to go from where I was catching 20s on my little park lake, and now I'm here catching, you know, 50s. It's just wow. But you know, every day's a learning day, and as say, Dave's been showing me some stuff round on the other side there, where you know, he's pinning his lines to the trees, and he's got poles in the water, and they're fishing round islands. And I just looked at that and it blew my mind. I was just like, what are you doing? But it's produced fish, you know, and so I'm going to learn that without a doubt. I am going to spend some time with Dave. He said he's quite prepared to show me how and what he does and why he does it, and you know, the techniques behind it. I mean, because these are serious skills. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to spend some more time with Dave, and yeah, I'm going to learn what he's doing, and hopefully share these experiences with you guys. So yeah, rounding it up, I've got one more day. You know, the rods can go at any minute. It's just one of those, we'll wait and see. You know, they're on the dance floor, as they say. I'm quite happy with the bait that's out there. Apart from, say, these bream have smashed me up, you know, but they've left Dave alone on the other side. We're fishing the same hook baits, you know, same rigs. It's just location. You know, you hear a lot of the anglers talking about it. You know, find a fish, get on the fish, location, 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 and it's so true. You know, you've got to be amongst the fish. If you're not amongst the fish, you're fighting it. You know, you're in big trouble. So yeah, it's a big lesson for me, which always has been. You know, when you go to other venues, personally now, I don't put the rods out until I see signs of fish. You know, because you're wasting your time. You're putting all the bait in, and you think of all the money you're losing by just rushing. You know, you're jumping into something you're probably not going to catch. So you know, I think that's a lesson for anyone. It's, you know, you've got to really find these fish, and if you do, you've got a fighting battle, you know, of getting onto them, or you know, bringing some in.